Hey there guys, and welcome back to Let's Play The Legend of Zelda, A Link to the Past, not The Link to the Past. However, in the last episode, we defeated Dungeon 4? Was it? Blind's Hideout? I believe that was Dungeon 4. And in this episode, we are going to move on to Dungeon 5, but before we can do that, there is a host of little goodies that are available to us now that we have the Titan's Mitt. Now that we can lift big black rocks like that, we can get to places like this, and we can do exciting things like pound down every single stake in the entire area. Once we've done this extremely exciting and not even remotely monotonous task? I don't even know what I said, it sounded like tats. Like, once we've done all these tattoos, then we can get in here and get this heart piece. Link is really just, I was gonna say down with the sickness, but that doesn't really make sense either. So I'm just gonna stop trying to be like, yeah, you understand. I don't have to keep talking and keep making a fool of myself. Beyond that, we'll worry about this little jumpy guy later. I think we can actually get down here earlier, but it's just easier now that we have the Titan's Mitt and we can lift up that rock. And down here, our favorite thing in the entire world, this is where the maze used to be that we got a heart piece in, right? Well, there is still a heart piece here, but it's a shovel game. Those of you who know Ocarina of Time, this is very similar to Dompe. Like, doesn't he dig up a heart piece in Ocarina of Time? Something like that. So, I fully expect this to probably end up getting fast-forwarded and take forever. It could also eat up a lot of our rupees, depending on how many we get back. Since we've gotten 30 so far. But you just gotta keep digging and digging and digging until you get it. It'll happen eventually, and there's nothing you can do. It's completely RNG. So, I wanted to get in one more dig just in time. Well, we didn't get it this time, so I guess cue the fast forward as we move on throughout our life, wondering why Miyamoto thought this was a good idea. So that's 4 or 5 times now. It's 5 times so far. This is bad luck. I feel like the odds we put up more slots than there are slots in this area, you know what I mean? So like, I feel like we should run it by now. But we have to because RNG. For those of you who don't know, RNG stands for random generator. It's how games make things supposedly random. And it's kind of used when it's random. Yes! Something outside of your control, like that. It's used to describe that moment. That was RNG, and we finally got the heart piece. Thank God we can get out of here. We only lost 17 rupees, everything said and done. Okay, let's go to Frogman, I guess, now. Ooh, I opened the arrow hut. Inside there is a mini game you can play where you shoot arrows at targets and you can jump off ledges. I mean, you can get rupees for doing so. We are fine on rupees, so we're not going to do that. But we are going to come back here, and there's a frog who realizes that I'm not ordinary. And his partner is in Kakariko Town. And he wants me to take him there for absolutely nothing. I get nothing in return. Oh well, we'll still do it just because we're just a nice guy. I really like the way the frog guy's animated, especially when he faces this way, because his head is so huge compared to like his body. And his nose sticks out so far. It's funny looking to me. Either way, we're gonna make one more trip over here. It's gonna be right up here, but we actually want to be in the light world, because nobody lives here right now. However, when we're in the light world and we come in here, this is the blacksmith's house. Took me a minute to think of what the word blacksmith was. I was going to say sword tempering house, which is accurate. They will temper our sword once we leave and come back. So they said, come back later and we'll temper your sword. So, no, I didn't just drop by. Please temper my sword. It's gonna cost me a whole 10 rupees. Definitely worth it. However, now I have no sword. This is a funny animation you barely ever get to see where Link tries to slash, but he can't because he has no sword. We have to wait a little while before we can get our sword. Oh, I just love it. And he puts his little fist out there. I don't think we can actually hit anything with our fist, though. We can either leave the screen to the left and come back, or we can just go to the Dark World and come back. And in doing so, they have had enough time, and they have tempered our sword, which now does more damage and is orange, and makes a cool sound. I feel like the sound changed. Don't quote me on that. It feels deeper, if you know what I mean. Have we been over here? What is over here? Oh, no, we haven't been over here, actually. This is a very, very interesting area, where, if we come up here, there's this thing, and it's like, what is this? This is so out of place. This is like demon sacrifice summoning thing. Well, I mean, yeah, basically. If you use magic powder on the thing, you summon a demon who's bipolar. Like I said, bipolar. So he curses us, which kind of sucks. Except for the fact that he says, now your magic power will drop by 1/2. That's not exactly what happened. You might see we now have a 1/2 above our magic meter. That actually means that now things that cost magic only cost half as much magic to use. So it effectively doubled our magic meter. So it wasn't really a curse at all. Even though I'll continue to let him believe it was a curse just to make him feel better. Next on our agenda of things to do is actually go back to the Dark World. Because before we brought the toad here, this wasn't here. However, after you bring the toad, we will never be able to open it. But we're gonna take it with us anyway. If you don't bring the, if you haven't brought the toad there yet, the treasure chest doesn't appear, but it appears immediately afterward. And we're bringing it with us. However, do be careful. If you try to Pegasus dash, use your Pegasus boots and dash while you're carrying the treasure chest, you'll leave it behind. So I would definitely recommend not doing that. However, if you bring the bird and fly away, there's no problems. You bring the treasure chest with you. You can't dash with it, but you can fly on the wings of a seagull with this treasure chest. Don't ask me why, I do not know. However, I don't know if we ever actually saw this guy previously. If you come over here, this guy actually used to be a thief. You can find that out by reading signs and talking to people and stuff. And if you bring him a chest, he'll open it in order to get you to keep the fact that he was a thief secret. That sentence was really hard for me to say. We will not tell it to everybody. We will promise not to tell. And inside the chest was a magic bottle. So now we have 3. What did I even run into there? That was crazy. 3 magic die. Oh, I was hoping that was going to be 1 shot, 1 kill. Oh well. 3 magic bottles. There's still 1 more that we can get, but we'll worry about that later. Because we've done a lot of side questy type stuff. So, you know, let's just move along. Okay, come here, little birdie bird. Let us go. Let us cabbage and other various vegetables to Lake Hylia, because this is where dungeon number 6 is in the Dark World. Yeah, 6. 5? Who cares? It doesn't matter. There's actually, in here, this is the Waterfall of Wishing, however, or no, that's the Pond of Happiness, actually. But we'll worry about the Pond of Happiness later, because the Pond of Happiness is another thing that's thankfully not RNG, but it does take some time. So having 1 fast-forwarded thing this episode, I think, is enough. It's actually really good that we got the half magic thing before doing this dungeon, because as it is the Ice Palace, we will be using the Fire Rod a lot. Get our key in return, and we restored some magic, so that's good. Whew, this is a long dungeon. This is not a short dungeon, so bear with me. It is very possible that I will get quite lost in this place. It is somewhat confusing, somewhat long. There's backtracking involved. This is like where dungeons really start to hit their stride, I suppose. There's actually a lot of things about this dungeon that I really like and I really think are cool. Not these enemies and not these ice floors, because they're so hard to move on. But there are a lot of things about it, and I think the design overall is really, really interesting, because it's like, for instance, this room is a great example. We came in from the left, and pushing this middle block, we can only go down. Or well, because the upward ways was locked. However, now, we can go left or right, but we don't want to go left, because that's where we came from, so we can really only go right. So we're kind of going from room to room to room, and there's only one way in which we can actually do that, if that made sense. I just think it's cool how that's like a hub world, a hub room, that is also limiting where you are able to go. Let's try to, I was gonna say let's try to avoid turning into a bunny. However, now that we have, we might as well wait it out, and then, oh, I was hoping he was gonna bounce back up here. If we use, there we go. If you use magic powder on those are called anti-fairies, you can get it to turn into a normal fairy, and we don't actually want to go right there because there's nothing we can do. We'll be coming back to that room later, though. Oh, that was a good use of dash. Dash got me right where I wanted to go. And now we hit that switch, and now we can only go up. But we've been to that room like 5 different times. I don't know. I just think it's cool. Let's drop a bomb there because we want to get through here. Wow, that was poor timing. Drop a bomb, wait for it, and now we can fall through. Okay. So in this room, we actually run into another enemy that we've never seen before, I don't believe, which is this guy. What is it, a Stalfos Knight, I think? These guys, you basically want to hit them once, and then drop a bomb on them, and that will instantly kill them. We are running, well, we are going to be using a lot of bombs, so I actually want to gather all the ones that I can. Okay, be careful in this room because the floor will sometimes stop moving and then like change directions and all kinds of stuff. I don't remember which enemy in here drops the key. There is an enemy in here and it does drop a key. It is you. Give me that. Oh. Oh no! Yeah, this floor is tripping me out hard. Okay, well we are dying. We are dying, okay. I shouldn't have hit the switch. I thought I needed to hit the switch, and I could not have been more wrong. A heart? I would have loved a heart. Okay, there's actually, like, a kind of crazy glitch you can do where, like, do you remember in the Tower of Hera, the 3rd dungeon of the Light World, where I did that bomb jump? You can actually bomb jump across this little gap here when the switch is up, and get across, and it leads to a kind of crazy sequence break within this dungeon. However, I am not good enough, nor do I really particularly want to do that. I just thought I would mention its existence, even though pretty much everybody who likes this game knows about it, I think. At least I feel that way. Patrick makes me feel that way, at very least. Patrick makes me think that everybody knows everything about this game. At least everybody whose name is Peekle44444. Yeah, that was, I had to count in my head. Was that enough force? We've also never seen these guys before, but I promise they're annoying. Do we want to go left here? No, we do not. However, we can fake out this thing to go down there. They're kind of like thwomps, I guess. And in this room, it might look like there's nothing. And that's because there isn't. However, the floor does fall out from underneath us, which isn't necessarily a bad thing, because we can actually fall through the floor and fall to another room. So while that room seems like it'd be a bad place, I was gonna say seems unassuming, but that's not really what it seems. It just seems like a room where there's nothing in it, but there is something in it. Okay, this room's kind of crazy. That's the best way I can think of to do that room, where you just like kind of fake out 2 and then just run to the exit as fast as you can. All right, ooh, I will eat that heart for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Take that, take you. That is a key. What is through here? I don't know, but we're about to find out. No, it just leads me back here, dang. Okay, well, I don't think I really want to fall back through here. However, I think there's something actually down here that I didn't get that I think I want to. There was a lot of I thinks in that sentence, and that's because I'm really not sure. However, I'm pretty sure the dungeon map is in here somewhere. Maybe it's off to the left there? Like, if I hit that... Well, there's some magic. Is it over? No, no, no. Go in! Go in, thank you. Whew. It is not in there. Okay. Oh. Well, this could be going so much better right now. Actually, what am I even trying to get the magic for? I don't need it. Okay, we have half of a heart. One whole half of a heart. Let's try not to get hit by anything ever. Is that a key in here? I feel... My gut is telling me that I am a dead Link person. Ugh, dang, that was unnecessary.